Okay, so initially I thought this was some sort of like Trump Harris protest, counter protest sort of thing. But apparently, this is just people losing their minds after a recent Harris rally where Beyonce said she was going to be there and then left without a performance, and they were all pissed. And this woman is just screaming in this child's face for some reason. I don't totally understand why. But that is what I understand the context of this clip to be made in.
I can tell you why she's so deprived of proper socialization. Like I can guarantee you, she doesn't have a father. He's not like a present one. Uh, and beyond that, she has interacted with probably like close to zero children throughout her whole life. So in her mind, she has no inhibitions against screaming at a toddler.
Well, this face says no father figure to you. This says that you're telling me this woman doesn't have a father figure in her life.
No woman with a father screams at a random child like that.
Yeah, obviously I'm kidding, but yeah, uh, very shocking, wildly viral. Even other Harris supporters are a little disturbed, but it makes sense that this person would be at a Harris rally. You know, it's kind of intuitive that an emotionally unbalanced person would be a Harris supporter. What do you think of that? What do you think of that?
No, it's just common sense.
Yeah, yeah,
It's unstable women who need abortions so they
yeah.
don't sink into abject poverty.
Yeah, this seems like one of those typical mid to slightly later. Like, I guess this woman's like 25, perhaps 26 or so, maybe younger. Women who is girl bossing it up in whatever her career is, doesn't have a stable man in her life, probably on birth control or SSRIs or whatever, having that scramble her brains. And that's why she believed it was fine to scream in the face of this child. And this white dude for Harris doesn't even really seem like he was that intent on protecting his kid. Like, I would be ready to throw down. Had this been me, I don't even care. I don't even care who you are or what background you are. You know, I'm indiscriminate in that way. I'm an equal opportunist. If you scream in my daughter's face, we're gonna have a problem, a very serious problem. Um, so
Obviously, though, I think in his case, if he were to go up against her, I think he would lose.
he just has soy for bones,
No, yeah,
or the crowd would turn on him.
both probably.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, we have someone making excuses for this sort of behavior, not overtly, but covertly. This guy, I slash O, says the problem with viral videos like this is that partisans will extrapolate the bad behavior of a single person or a few people to an entire group. The percentage of people from either party who would scream in the face of a small child out of partisan vitriol is close to zero. Well, see, first, that's the thing. I think this clip was taken at a, what do you call it? At the recent Harris rally. So this is friendly fire. This isn't like, I mean, I guess you could kind of say it's partisan vitriol. That's sort of how the clip is being presented, but this guy and his daughter, I mean, not really his daughter, but that guy's also probably a Harris supporter. Like, I don't think this is a Trump supporter at this rally. This isn't some sort of protest, counter protest sort of thing. This, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this was the recent Harris rally with Beyonce, and this guy's also a supporter. So this is just insane behavior occurring after Beyonce said she wasn't going to perform or she left before performing. So these people's hopes were dashed. But I can't help but feel that this guy is downplaying the general trend, the general observation, the general accurate observation that left wingers and especially women who support Harris have a tendency to be mentally unstable. What do you think of that, Big Cheese?
That's been widely known for years now. Like the rates of mental illness amongst Democrats are through the roof.
What do you think of this guy? What do you think of his
I
commentary?
don't think they're even using SSRIs. I think they ran out years ago. Um,
Okay. Are you in favor of bringing back the asylums?
Certainly, I
Should
would be
this
more in
woman
favor on. I would be more in favor of lobotomizing them and putting them to public works projects. It's a waste to have them sitting around doing nothing.
should we send this woman to the nunnery?
Uh, we would need to wager if she's rehabilitable.
Once we seize power and go full Handmaid's
Yeah,
Tale.
yeah.
I don't know. Would you trust whatever progeny birthed from this woman under Handmaid's Tale conditions? Do you expect that they would be
Oh,
stable?
probably
I
not.
imagine there would be some hereditary issues with this instability.
Something would be wrong, but there would be a use for them. They can sweep the streets, clean the sewers.
Light
Every
lamps,
man
perhaps.
has value.
Every what?
Every man has value.
Yeah. Perhaps be lamplighters or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now what do you think of this guy's commentary? I find this guy to be an insufferable contrarian. And he's saying we're going
I
to
think he's just a
capitalize.
Democrat apologist.
You think he's another Democratic apologist?
Yeah. If not a outright Democrat, then at least a liberal.
Well, that's what I've noticed with.
Possibly, possibly like an enlightened centrist.
That's pretty much what I mean. He's admitted that he's a centrist. He says independent and data driven, cognitive decoupling centrist, monitoring hyperpartisan thinking, culture and culture wars, and race. So this is the sort of guy who's like a so-called race realist, but then also listens to NPR in his free time.
As I said, an enlightened centrist.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how much you are Serbian. I don't know how much you know about NPR, but it's pretty. It's
Nothing.
okay. It's high income white liberal radio basically. Um,
Uh,
okay. Instead, um, I don't know. The sort of guy who like would watch Rachel Maddow, but then is also a race real. I don't quite know the. I don't have another joke after the NPR thing, but that's kind of this guy's vibe, generally speaking. Um, he's so elitist that he can't be a populist. He can't be out with us MAGA supporters because we're just too lowly and we're part of this Trump cult, etc., etc. So for some reason, he's got to defend the behavior of liberals and act like he's some sort of moderate and say that we're projecting this behavior onto all of the left. When the fact of the matter is that the left is disproportionately supported by women, and that these women and people who support the left generally tend to be more mentally ill than conservatives, tend to behave in ways that are more ridiculous than your average conservative would behave. I'm not saying there are no conservatives out there or no Trump voters out there who would behave in a similar way, but there's a reason this is coming to the forefront, and
that's
those
how
other
you
and those
vote.
other hypothetical instances have never been captured on video because
Yeah, but I mean, in this day and age, everyone's carrying a camera around. So
true.
if this is something that, like, if one of these things was recorded, how many went unrecorded?
Exactly.
Like, this is not an isolated incident. Like, this happened so many times that it's been recorded.
Yeah. I totally see where you're coming from there. Yeah, but exactly. There's a reason this got caught on camera. Um, which, this cognitive decoupling centrist simply can't explain.
You know that if this were to happen at a Trump rally, like this, it would be all over the news.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. The left would be absolutely poised and circling to capitalize on this sort of event. I think this particular guy gets off on just being a fed sitter. You know, there is a certain type of person who feels like they're above it all and they're beyond everything by not taking a specific side and just, when things look obviously bad for one group of people,
No,
just arguing against that and downplaying it, if you know what I mean.
yeah, no, he's taken a side. He just likes to grandstand.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Um and I will be coming after this guy in a future video. I'll be putting together a video of this guy and we will be exposing the many deficiencies in his mediocre mind. But anyways, the internet is forever. It's a picture of this girl. People will. I can fix her right over there. Right over there. Look at that first post. Um,
I mean, he's not wrong. You can fix her.
yeah. She just needs a strong man to guide her, doesn't she?
Yes.
Could you fix her, Big Cheese?
Yeah. I don't think she would ever be a proper housewife, but it can't get worse from this.
You don't think being a 6'5"
It,
Slavic barbarian from the Dinaric Alps will you don't think you could tame this woman?
I mean, I will tame her, but you know, if you tame a wolf, you don't get a dog. You just get a tamed wolf.
Well, I'm not saying she's the best you could ever do, but I don't know. Perhaps
Well,
someone could
obviously,
get her under control. What was that?
there's a lot of work that can be done, but if it was allowed to get this bad, I don't have high hopes.
I know, right? That was insane. Like
Maybe like a house servant. I would not go as far as like a wife.
a concubine.
I don't think I want. I said there's place for everyone, but not in my bloodline.
Just think about that. So crazy to scream in a child's face. Whoever thinks that's acceptable? What could have been going through her
I'd like
mind?
to hear. I'd like to hear what she said.
We'll go back.
I think she also mentioned the dad.
Yeah, yeah. I can't quite distinguish it either, but either way, this is like insane person behavior. It's called being a decent effing person. Perfect. Perfect. That's like totally what this moment encapsulates. Okay, this person says exquisitely deranged, but also not great parenting to put your 4-year-old at the forefront of whatever the heck is going on there. I agree with that.
Take your kid
Um,
to a Kamala rally, to any political rally,
yeah, it's a little weird to bring such a young child to a political rally, in my opinion.
especially if it's like in a stroller. Like that's
That's what
well, no, that's just well, I don't know what to call it, but
too young.
I mean, I wouldn't do that. Though I don't know what
Yeah, this child's probably gonna have trouble going to sleep tonight or whenever night this was because of this.
uh trust me, they
This
can
is what
stomach
pure
worse.
joy looks like, bigots. Take note. This is the joy the Kamala campaign has in store for the rest of us. Although I guess I'm a partisan, according to that other loser earlier, because I'm saying because I'm making this joke. I'm extrapolating this behavior onto all Kamala supporters because I'm hyper partisanized. Come on now. No. A large portion of this campaign is banking on just people caring so much about abortion that they vote Kamala. There really aren't other policies. Kamala's had to run way to the
That's not
right.
correct. That's wrong. They're bringing in the porn, the corn. How do you want
The
to call it?
the corn vote,
Yeah, the Gooners. They're
the
gonna
Gooner
mobilize
vote.
the Gooners.
Yeah. Oh, how could I forget the precious Gooner vote? That's also critically important here. Um,
Yeah.
the party of
Do you think
Gooners.
they will even bother to leave their room to go and vote?
But you saw that Gooner political ad.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh! Sorry, you can't do that.
What the hell, man? How'd you get in here?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we're banning porn nationwide.
You can't tell me what to do. Get out of my bedroom, you creep!
I won the last election, so it's my decision. I'm just gonna watch and make sure you don't finish illegally.
Based based in anti-Coomer pilled.
This is beyond the point of parody.
I know, right? All of her ads have been so insane.
Yeah, the ad for men with five homosexuals.
Uh,
But this is like the problem with this is that it's not supposed to be funny. This is supposed to be that serious, and it shows a lack of understanding of the other side. And I think it.
get all those leftist man children out to vote, I guess. Um,
But
that's
like
the thing.
this is not something that and the worst part is it seems to be working. Like what was it, 3.5 points to 3.5 points towards Kamala for people under 30.
That's because well, they're naturally more liberal. So
Yeah,
I'm not totally surprised. I don't think the oh I don't think it's explicitly. I think it's just general sort of cultural programming that's responsible for that, not this specific pro gooning ad. But either way, this is terrible. Um, I don't know. Are you? I can't believe we've had a candidate come out in favor of gooning. Um, remember that meme I used a
trust
while
me, it right
ago?
now. Kamala needs to do a tour of her goon cave.
I know, but it's like there was literally a meme I used in other videos, the goon never goon meme. You remember that, right?
No.
It well, okay, hold on. It was a picture of Kamala, Kamala, and it said "goon for me," and there's a picture of Trump with a shirt that said "never goon." This is literally this in real life. This is like not
I
a
know,
joke.
I've seen that around. Yeah,
It actually happened. It's real now. I don't know. Are you pro or anti gooning?
man, they're gooning obviously.
Say that louder.
Obviously I'm anti-gooning. Like it's. I mean, it's one thing to say you're masturbating, but like if you're gooning or edging or joking, like what's wrong with you?
I
Get
remember
help.
seeing this one Reddit post recently about it was a story about this young guy who was apparently doing multi-hour goon sessions daily, and then he broke
Yeah,
his dong.
that's what gooning is.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
but
my
like no,
god.
he was doing it so much that he like broke his dong, and it was stuck in this like semi-hard state, just permanently ruined.
Jesus.
Isn't that some sort of like? I mean, it's clearly a curse from God, but like, yeah, it almost reminds me of this Greek tragedy. You know,
Well,
he's just stuck with a permanent
I
chub.
guess this is gonna become more common,
You think this will get more common?
like an epidemic of deaths by masturbation.
Well, I mean, it would be him catching the bus because he can no longer goon. I mean, what I don't even know what
Mm,
my life would be. I don't goon, but still, just imagine like losing all function. I'd be like, I want to start a family. I couldn't do that anymore. I'd just give up, you know? What would be the point?
exactly. As long as the balls work, you can still find a way.
I don't know. Gooning and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race, and I think what we've learned from this video is that Kamala is pro gooning, and she needs to be stopped at all costs. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and Red Channels will catch you in the next one.